Welcome to That's Why podcast with Anna and Patricia, the show where we arouse your curiosity while we dull your senses.
Hey, Patricia, how's it going?
Hey, Anna, it's going great. Super excited about our first show today.
I'm excited too.
How was your weekend?
It was good. I saw you was it yesterday?
Monday.
No, Monday, yeah. So about 2 days ago. Yeah. Can you believe it's Christmas coming up? Oh my gosh.
You know what? I'm not a Scrooge, but I'm excited for Christmas to come and then go so that we can get back to our lives.
So speaking of Christmas, I started working part-time for this fancy chocolate company, and I'm pretty sure I gained 10 pounds.
Oh my gosh. But you know what? You and everybody else during the holidays, right? And then COVID plus COVID, I would say holidays plus COVID equals maybe 20. So I think you're doing all right.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
So where are you at now? Are you at home or?
I'm home.
Yeah, me
I'm
too.
chilling and, just trying to take it easy before Christmas comes around.
Exactly. So I'm at home and I have my cup of tea with me and just, talking with you. But speaking of tea, I feel like I have to pee every 10 minutes. Is that how you feel when you drink tea too?
Oh, when I drink anything, whether it's water or tea, or my system wants to get it out. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no doubt. Well, listen, speaking of pee, remember our Pick Your Battle segment, right? We got the results in. And so I remember we were discussing on do you pee in the shower, right? And we're honest, right? I mean, if we're going to ask our audience to be honest, we got to be honest. I pee in the shower when I'm in the shower. It's not like I choose the shower over the toilet. So let's be clear what that meant as far as our...
Yes.
So on our poll of do you pee in the shower, to be clear, if you're in the shower showering, do you make the conscious decision to get out or hold it until you get out so that you can go to the bathroom? Or if you have to urinate or if you have to pee, do you do it? Who gets out while they're wet and goes? Not me, that's for sure. What about you?
I'm proud to say I'm part of the yes category. I pee in my shower, but I won't pee in public places like a hotel, or if I'm visiting someone's house or a pool, then no, I won't pee there. But at my house, yes, I definitely pee every single time in the shower.
Wow, that is so fascinating because now I go and do it wherever I can. If I have the need, listen, if nature calls, I do not go against nature. All right. Especially the older you get, the more you and nature have to, be on the same page. So you won't go in a public place.
Oh, no, I won't pee in a pool, or I won't if I'm staying at your house, I won't pee in your shower.
Got you.
Yes.
Oh, no.
But I will. Do you know what I'm saying?
Wow. See, now that adds a completely different element because I will pee in your shower, Anna.
You are welcome.
You're
welcome to pee. You're welcome to pee in my shower anytime.
Oh, snap. And, I'll just probably try to disinfect it and clean it off a little bit. But, I have no reservations. Let's put it that way on where I go. I won't pee in a pool. That's for sure. And I'm there with you. But as far as in the shower, if you're at the gym or wherever and the need strikes, yes, I will. And okay, so we were looking at the poll. So do you want to give me the results of said poll?
Yes, 51% said they do pee in the shower. And to be honest with you, I think that's a lie. Because I think that's a lie.
I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to definitely agree with you. I think it's more than that. Now, I remember us mentioning numbers. I think it was like 86% voted on my end, right?
Yes. And then on my poll, 57% said yes. But on your poll, 46% said yes. So I just averaged ours together, and that's how I got 51%. But what's surprising is I have more people that pee in the shower. Like, I know more people that pee in the shower than you do. So what does that say about the people I hang out?
Right?
But you know what, though? Okay, obviously I'm Asian, and we didn't have bidets when we were growing up. So my mom would literally take a cup, fill it up with water, and we would take a cloth and wash ourselves on top of the toilet. We would like kind of hover above the toilet, and that's how we would wash ourselves, like the front and the back. You know what I'm saying? And so
Yes.
so that's why I'm wondering, like, maybe it's an Asian culture where it's fine, water goes down the same drain, and we're all clean down there. But then in Western culture, no one uses bidets. You know what I'm saying?
No one uses bidet. And I come from a Latin background, Dominican Latin background growing up in New York City. My mother, that's not, but we do what our mutual friend Susan calls a hoe bath. You would take, first of all, we were
Patricia, it's not a hoe bath, it's called a hobo bath.
Oh dear. Well, that's what she calls it. I remember her saying that. We're going to have to confirm that with her. I'd be like, I get it. You got to watch your coochie.
Because,
no doubt.
she calls it a hobo bath.
Oh, I've heard her see, now maybe this is subliminal, but I thought it was a whole bath. And I was like, that makes sense. You're really kind of just trying to clean up for your next encounter, so you got to be fresh and ready.
Damn. Oh my God.
Oh dear. I'm embarrassed. If she listens to this, she's
funny.
going to be like, what are these women saying? But you know what, Anna? I think that, I don't know, culture and our upbringing has so much to do with the way we do things and why we do things. But there's so much psychological, because I'm really intrigued at the fact that it was 50-50 kind of.
Me too.
I thought it was going to be a lower percentage of people not peeing in the shower. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I had a couple of people ask me, they're like, well, what's your show gonna be about? And they're like, why are you gonna why is that your first topic? And I was like, why the hell not? That's intriguing to me.
It is.
Do you pee in the shower or not? Who am I hanging out with? I just want to know. Intrigue.
I want to know. Yes, because everybody is so shy about it, and it's like a timid topic. But when the cameras are off, when we're not recording, this is what we talk about. Pee.
Yeah. And what and what do you really do? Are you going to be honest and pee in the shower? Now, I wanted to put a little fact out here. It says peeing in the shower, is it hygienic? And it said the truth is, while urine isn't as clean and pure as some people think it is, most of the time it's not likely to cause any health problems. You occasionally opt for the shower drain instead of the toilet bowl is okay.
Yes.
So I think that intuitively, we as human beings don't want to do things that will sound gross, right? That's why when you still talk about sex these days, people shy away. Like you just said, we're shy. But peeing is something we all can relate to. We all do it. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yes, like urine is not sterile, but no, it's not going to, cause some weird infection as it's going down the drain. You know what I mean?
Correct. Absolutely. And I know that back in the times of war, they would actually use urine. It has to be fresh. I remember reading up on that. It has to be.
Wow.
Okay. It says here, urine has also been historically used as an antiseptic in times of war when other antiseptics were unavailable. Urine, the darker the better, which I found fascinating, was utilized as an open wound to kill bacteria. Utilized on open wounds to kill bacteria. Now, what I find fascinating about it being dark is, what do they tell you? Drink a lot of water till your urine is clear, right? And so the darker the better. I mean, listen, when we decided to talk about this, you never thought that urine could be so fascinating.
It is seriously so fascinating. So did you know the bladder can hold 500 milliliters? So that's about 2 cups of urine.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. And a couple of weeks ago, I timed myself when I went to pee. And so I peed for 30 seconds. And then Peter, he peed for like a minute and 30 seconds.
Wow.
Yeah, I think he has a horse bladder, but I looked it up. And then it said that women and men have the same size bladder. So that surprised me because I'm like, well, then why does he pee for a minute and a half? Like
Right.
we would go to the bar, and he said that he would go into the bathroom and 2 or 3 guys would go in and pee, and he'd still be going, and they'd be gone. And he'd still,
Wow.
yeah, yeah.
And it's like this long stream.
Yes, exactly.
Wow.
I was like, what the heck? And then there was an episode on My Strange Addiction where this lady drank and bathed in her own urine, which is more than 3,400 liters. So that's about 14,000 cups.
So hold the phone. Did she save it for a couple of days? What?
Yeah.
Like what?
She only drank urine, and she stopped eating certain foods because her urine would taste bad. So she said, like, she likes to eat strawberries. Strawberries are good, but she wouldn't
Strawberry
eat.
good,
Yeah,
okay.
but she wouldn't eat cabbage or spinach or asparagus, things like
Oh
that.
gosh, asparagus is the lethal weapon for all of us. I don't think anybody. That's not true. I think that there's actually a percentage. You know how there's like some people who don't like cilantro because
Yes.
of the taste. I think, of course, our taste buds. But myself, when I eat asparagus, immediately when I go to the bathroom after I eat, maybe an hour, yeah, I'm smelling that asparagus
Yes,
in there.
absolutely. It's so weird. But you know what? The positive thing about peeing in the shower is in Time magazine, 2 students at the University of East Anglia, I hope that was the name of the university, they started a program called Go With The Flow campaign to inspire students on campus to pee during their morning showers. This would save 187 million gallons of water every year, or it would fill an Olympic-sized pool 26 times. So Patricia, since you and I are pee in the shower people, we are helping to save water.
Well, you, myself, and 50% of obviously our poll
Exactly.
takers are helping. So guys, absolutely. Now I did want to point out another fact. It says, what is urinary antiseptic? This is a hard word to pronounce. Oxolinic acid, nitrofurantoin, and methenamine are known as urinary tract antiseptics because they're pharmacokinetic fate is one of selective and bactericidal concentration in the urine.
I have no idea what you said.
So let me translate. Basically, it can be a good thing, and it can be antiseptic. So basically, for those of us, that are really squeamish about touching something like urine. Have you met people that are like that? That just don't want to. The idea of touching it is because we're squeamish, because we think it's so disgusting and it's terrible. It's not as bad as we think.
Well, I won't go and eat yellow snow, but I won't
For sure.
But
I don't know
won't be
who
afraid.
left it.
Yeah.
I don't know who left it, but yet, like the My Strange Addiction, there are people. Listen, we don't judge here at That's Why, correct?
Correct.
We're open-minded, and we expect our audience to be the same. For those people who like golden showers, right? That lady is.
Yes.
If you drink. Or if you eat certain things, she discovered that it will make your urine smell or taste a certain way. So if you like to engage in golden shower activity, you might want to, be concerned about your diet or what you intake. But as far as your pee, is concerned, that's why, for saving the environment, golden showers, if you like that kind of thing. And also understanding that it doesn't affect anything as far as you're not going to get an infection, most likely from someone else's urine. If you pee in the shower at the gym or whatever, it's not a terrible thing. And the stigma. Do you think there's a bigger stigma attached to it than anything else?
Totally. And speaking of stigma, I have a clip that I found. You told me about a Seinfeld episode.
Oh, yeah.
So let me play that.
Absolutely.
You went in the shower.
Yeah, so what? I'm not the only one.
Do you go in the shower?
No, never.
Do you?
I take baths.
Why couldn't you just wait?
I was there. I saw a drain.
Since when is a drain a toilet?
It's all pipes. What's the difference?
Oh, and yeah, it was, and you know what I love about that whole segment? What he's like, it was a drain. I was there. I needed to go. Like, what's the big deal? And one of the things that I think that Seinfeld, or one of the reasons why I think Seinfeld was, one of the best sitcoms of all time, is because they touch on subjects that we all can relate to, and peeing in the shower is one of them. And my friend, when I mentioned, I don't know where we were, but I remember saying something just happenstance, and it just slipped out that I was peeing in the shower, and she looked at me like I had three heads, and that was the most disgusting thing on the planet. And I looked at her like, you don't pee in the shower? You know what I'm saying? And that opened up a very brief conversation. But she is, what did you call it before? She's a home shitter?
Yes. So home shitters are people who don't shit in public, or they can only do their business at home. But right. You know what? I go anywhere. I don't care. I will go, and I don't care. I'm like, I'll go to your house. I'll go to your house. I'll do it in a, public place, obviously. I mean, not in a public place. I mean,
we're like Dr. Seuss. I'll do it in the shower. I'll do it on your toilet. I'll do it in your room. I'll do it, I have a couple of those home shitter friends, but they also don't really like to go and urinate elsewhere. And it's a few. I have like 3 or 4 of them, I think. But the point is that I love that, Anna. I mean, doesn't it save you from the hassle and the anxiety that it causes to have to wait to get home if you're not in a situation where you can go? You know what I'm saying? That you don't have to wait and stress yourself out. You can go wherever, and it opens up a whole new world.
Exactly. And I like doing my business. Honestly, when it's time to go, I will shit. I'm not going to hold it in. I'm not going to be constipated. You know what I mean? Nope, don't hold that in. That's just going to cause more problems.
Absolutely. And listen, at the risk of sounding a little bit, but there is a pleasure senses, right? There's pleasure senses in those areas. Have you ever held it in to the point where you're like, because there wasn't a bathroom, but you finally got to Costco or you finally got to Walmart or whatever, and you sat there and it just was like a really nice experience to just let that go?
It's right? A fact. Did you know that it's a fact that it can be considered orgasmic, not in a sexual way, but when you look at the term orgasm, it's just kind of like the pulsing of muscles, the pulsing and relaxing of muscles.
Yes.
And that is what happens. So we can in fact say we've had orgasms every day.
Oh my gosh, that is so hot. Listen, I would never turn one down. I don't know anyone that would, but...
Oh man, I want to share some of the comments that we had. And they're pretty
Absolutely.
funny. Okay.
Please do.
When we asked, David said, once in a while, but not that often. Brandon said, LOL, no, exclamation point. Paulina says, yes, like it's an entrance ticket to get to the shower every time. Betty says, yes, to mark my territory. JK, no, I don't. My baby takes a bath in my tub. Richard says, yes, and I sometimes blow my nose, which my husband thinks is gross. Tavina says, no, we have white grout. And then Caroline, this one's my favorite. I pee in as many places that aren't a toilet as I can.
I love it.
Isn't that funny?
She's leaving her mark all over the place.
Oh my God. I seriously was dying. I was crying when I saw that comment. I was like, oh my God.
Hilarious. That is hilarious. And it's funny. Again, what's no reason to be so squeamish? And you can clean it. You can clean it afterwards.
If I were a guy, I'd pee everywhere. I don't know why, but I don't know. I just feel like I would.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
you know what I mean?
I have no doubt that I would, because like I said, I could be, okay, so I'm going to share something with you. and the audience.
Oh my gosh.
And it's going to sound hilarious. So
Okay.
we were at this lake, right? And well, we were going to the lake and we couldn't get there. I remember that, of course, it was summertime and I'm with a whole group of people. Okay. And so there's no bathroom around. We were actually at this little, it looked like a little hut, and we were getting something to eat. It was like a little dessert ice cream thing. So long story short, I'm like, oh my gosh, I really have to go. Now, at my age, okay, over 50, and your bladder, I've had 4 kids, your bladder just doesn't, it's not on the same page with you. That's why you do have to be on the same page with nature and be like, okay, you're calling, I have to answer the call. So I had my bathing suit on because we were ready to go. And I was like, what am I going to do? So I got this trick that was taught to me by a friend. And I don't even know if I should mention her name or not. But she's like, when I hang out with...
Shame her.
Should I say it? Should I
Yes.
say it? No, it wasn't her. It was somebody that taught her. And my friend Siomi, I love her to death. Okay, so she told me, whenever you're in a situation where there's grass, just sit on the grass. And you know how you sit down and you put your legs to the side? And she's like, and just like if you're going to tip your derriere up and you're going to let some flatulence out, you just let it go. And I was like, oh my gosh. So it really, and believe me, I was thinking of all the ways that I could go pee, obviously in a bathroom. But I thought, okay, it's either my bladder or my pride. And I was like, I'm going to choose my bladder.
Yeah.
So I sat on the grass and no one knew. No one knew that I did that. I was with my friends. They were cooking because they brought a grill and we were like, let's just make it happen here since we couldn't get to the, to the lake. So I sat there and I was talking to my friend and I let it loose, right? I'm just like, and it was so, and she kind of looked at me for a second. I remember her looking at the pleasure in my eyes and she's like, that we had a moment, right? So anyway, I want to say like maybe 30 minutes later, guess what? She had to go to the bathroom.
Stop.
I'm not kidding you. So I sat there, we talked, I got up, I was throwing away my little, my cup from what I was eating the ice cream out of. And she's like, I got to go to the bathroom. What am I going to do? There's not a bathroom. And I looked at her and I was like, you're not going to believe what I just did earlier. She's like, what? And I told her, and she looked at me. Of course, her eyes were huge. And she's like, you did that while we were talking to each other? Like, what the heck? Like I was performing some kind of exorcism. I was like, but you didn't even know, did you? So guess what? I taught her the trick. Now, she did vacillate for like, I don't know, maybe 10, 15 minutes because she was like, oh my gosh, no, I can't do that. That's crazy. That's crazy. And I was like, let me let her get over herself. But she will come to her senses when her bladder starts screaming, right? So guess what? She found a place very inconspicuously and very calmly, and she did it as well.
That
So
sounds liberating.
That's a trick. Oh my gosh. I felt like, yes, it was like, short of taking my bra off in public and letting the girls loose, I was like, that was liberating. It was amazing. So
I'm going to try that.
a little trick for you ladies out there, when you have if there's a patch of grass and you need to go to the bathroom, you'll remember me.
The hard part is, what if you're wearing pants? If you're wearing a skirt, that would work. But if you're wearing pants, that won't work.
Right. Well, now let me just say this. I did have my bathing suit on. It was summer. Like all of those other things were aligned and I took advantage of the moment. Yes, you're right. If you have pants and there's a lot of other things involved. But the point is that if you're ever in a situation and that can help you, I would think that maybe also like on the beach, like if you're on the beach and there's nowhere to go and you're exploding. But again, it's bringing it back around to the whole stigma of peeing, and if you pee in the shower and places to pee and how you pee and what does it all mean, it's not as bad as we think.
I would pee anywhere except for the Amazon, because there is a fish that's called the penis fish. It's called kandiru, and it will lodge itself in the urethra of people who urinate in the water. So I would say pee anywhere except for that place.
Wow, Anna, and I wish you could see my face, or I wish
I
the
can.
audience could see
I
my
see your face.
Oh wait, that's right, you can. What? It's called the penis fish?
Yes, it's in the it's an Amazonian catfish.
Wow, that's
Yes.
amazing. So what's the downside, obviously, of having this thing crawl? Like, does it give you an infection? Can it make you sick?
It's called
it's
called
like a
a
parasite?
It is. It's a parasite, and it's called a toothpick fish or a vampire fish.
Wow. I don't like
Yes.
the name of either of those things. But
Yes.
yes.
And but that's how it finds its, I guess, host, is it smells the urine. Wow. Yep.
Fascinating. And you would never, like, those are little things that you would never think. And I don't know that I'd be going to the Amazon anytime soon, but I thought initially that the name of a penis fish sounded really interesting and intriguing, but
But you know what? Pee anywhere you want to, just not in Brazil or Peru
Okay.
or Ecuador, And those places, maybe don't go. Don't try to get that freshwater catfish up in there.
oh my gosh, Anna, you're too bad. But
That's
this was really
crazy.
fascinating. I think doing the research, finding out information. There's a psychological component. There's a scientific component. There's also, biological component, right? And then environmental component, as you mentioned. It's
Yep.
good for the environment. So tying it in, that's why it's okay to pee in the shower.
Absolutely. Save water.
Save water.
Let's conserve. Yes. You're not going to die from it. You can clean your your bathtub or your shower regularly.
Break down barriers. And once you start breaking down one stigma, it helps you with others. So next time you do pee in the shower, and if you don't, first of all, the next time you pee in the shower, you know that you're doing a great service in many ways. And for those of you who don't, you may want to, once you have the inkling or desire to in the shower and you haven't, let it loose, let it flow, and
Let
see
it
how you
flow.
feel. Let it flow and see how you feel. Right?
I love it. I love
Right
it.
on. All right. Well, Anna, where can they find us?
Well, follow us on Instagram at thatswhyshow or on Facebook. And if you have any comments or questions or ideas, contact us at thatswhyshow@gmail.com.
All right. Well, first of all, guys, thank you so much for those of you
Yes.
who tuned in to listen to our interesting topic about pee. But I hope you learned something, and I hope it broke down either any barriers that you had and just, lighthearted conversation about stuff that people talk about. Anna?
Yes. Thank you. Thank you to our 3 listeners out there. And
We know who you are.
yeah, thank you. It was great. It was fun.
All right. Well, I want to close with a little nasty word sometimes in our lives is the word should. Wipe the should off yourself. Don't smell like should. Should stinks. Kick the should out of yourself. Should happens. Try not to use the word should today and use more the word will. So remember, peace, love, and dark chocolate. And tune in on the next show. Bye.
Bye.